Hey guys, today I want to show you my step-by-step process how I'm making a ball in pool, and for this example we have this straight in 9 ball, and I also prepared something on the floor, as you can hopefully see, that will help us making the ball. Alright, first of all we have to know what the baseline is, and this is really simple. Imagine the cue ball is going to travel a certain line. In this case we just have to shoot straight, so the line from the cue ball to our contact point where we're aiming is the baseline. So for example, if the cue ball would be here, then of course this would be our baseline. But we're having the straight in shot here. So this baseline that you see on the floor here in pink is the same line as the line from the cue ball to the 9 ball, just on the floor. So what I'm doing is, when I'm preparing my shot, I'm actually, as you can see this footprint on the floor, I'm actually stepping on the baseline. And you can see here, this part of my foot is on the baseline. It can also be a bit more like this, a bit more like this, twisted. It doesn't really matter. For me, this is perfect. So I'm not walking into the shot, how many players are doing it. So I'm stepping behind the shot and then I'm walking into the shot and going down. No, that's not what I'm doing anymore. I used to do that, but I'm actually stepping into the shot. So my foot is already on that line, and very important, my cue is already also on that line. So if you see me looking down, my cue should be exactly over the baseline, over my foot, and also my arm and my elbow should be on that line. So all I'm doing is, once I'm on that line, all I have to do is step to the side, and this is personal preference as well. If you want to have more of that snooker stance, you shouldn't do is stand like this with the other foot also on that line. That way you don't have enough space for your cue, and this also is very wiggly and not stable. So I'm on that baseline, I'm stepping a bit to the side, and then all I have to do pretty much is going down on that baseline, locking in. Once I'm feeling ready, I'm doing my pre-strokes. Make sure you're at the center of the cue ball. Once this feels fine, I pause, I pull back very smoothly. Here is the point of no return, and now I just have to pull my cue or push my cue forwards in a straight line. This wasn't ideal. Usually I'm not that long doing my backswing, my point of no return, so let's do that again. And do it a bit more quicker, in my natural rhythm. So I'm on that line, I'm going down, pre-strokes. Alright, now let's have a look on what's actually happening on the table. You can see I've drawn the baseline on the table with my ICA training system, and this is basically where the cue ball is on the baseline. We have our ghost ball. This means the baseline goes to the center of the ghost ball, and you can see we even have the tangent line here. So let's remove the ghost ball real quick, and by the way, for more information on this system, check out the link in the video description and in the top right of your screen. Alright, so all we have to do is shoot to the center of the ghost ball to make the 9 ball. Now, if you're down, your cue of course should be overlapping the baseline, and this is how it's supposed to be. Very important. Let's have a look at my bridging hand. I'm doing my bridge hand like this, and we're just talking about the open bridge hand. I'm having my hand on the table, just bringing my thumb towards here. Now a huge mistake would be to have my bridge hand like this, because you can see this gap here, and this is where my cue is sliding through. Of course, I could do it that way and do my bridge like this, but it's not ideal, because in the best case my bridge hand is like this, as you can see, and now it's parallel with the baseline, and this is how I'm holding my bridge hand. So if you see when I'm down, this is how you have to hold your bridge hand, that it's just following the baseline. So let's have a look at how this turns out. Just shoot straight along the baseline. And you're making the 9 ball. Okay, what happens now if you're using side spin on the cue ball? And by the way, I also have a huge video on how to aim with side spin, link in the description and in the top right of your screen. So first of all, I'm going to hit really hard, and I'm going to use backhand English for that. This means I'm going down on the baseline as I'm always doing, and then my arm just goes a bit to the outside, and that way I'm applying that spin. So let's do that real quick and hit really hard. So have a look, I'm down, I'm perfectly at the baseline, Now my arm goes to the outside and I'm hitting really hard. And you can see the cue ball is spinning like wild. And this works if I'm hitting really hard. So let's show you how this would look with a very soft hit. And that way it won't work in this case because the spin-induced throw is the dominant force. So again, I'm going down using backhand English. And I have no chance to make the 9-ball. So let's do this how I'm usually doing it, and I'm by the way always using just the parallel shift method. This means I'm not going down and then moving my backhand. I'm already going down with my adjusted aiming in my right stance. So this would basically result in the same aiming point in the same line like the backhand English, but I'm just doing it initially. So let's go down already with the right alignment like this, shoot really hard. And again, we have a ton of spin on the cue ball. And now when I'm shooting really soft, let's set everything up again. It's pretty much the same. I'm not using any backhand English. I'm going to shoot really soft and I'm just adjusting while I'm going down because I already know where I have to aim. And this time you can see I'm already still at the baseline, just with some spin because of that spin-induced throw. And you can see that way we are making the ball.
Another short clip from a match I was recently playing against a friend. So he's straight on the 4-ball, all he can do is just roll the ball in. But look at the shot he's actually facing now. It's a horrible situation to be in. Not only has he to make the 5-ball, but he also needs to get position on that brown 7-ball. So let's watch what he is doing. And he pulls off an amazing shot. Look at that forward rotation on the cue ball, and he actually gets the perfect position on the 7-ball. And I immediately knew if he's going to clear the table, this is something for Instagram. So a really nice shot and actually a really great path to get on the 8-ball. The only problem is the cue ball ends up close to the rail, but after that 5-ball that shouldn't be a problem anymore. So look at the path he's going for the 9-ball, and this is actually textbook because the cue ball goes towards the 9-ball. So a very great shot and a very great out in my opinion. So well played.
And this is how I shoot. So this is my personal preference, my personal process how I'm shooting a ball. If you liked it, consider to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks to my sponsors, thanks to every one of you who is supporting me. That's it for today, guys. And as always, thanks for watching. See you at the next lesson. Take care.